How's it going, guys? Okay, a little update on the 89 Fun Deck. I took the rails off. As you can see, kind of opened it up to where I can get access to the boat itself. Get to this floor. It appears to me, this boat, this part here is very solid. So a cut here would be appropriate. I'm gonna drill some holes throughout here, throughout the deck of the boat to make sure, kind of get in there, see what it is, where the cross members are of the boat. I labeled each side of the wires the same thing. So on a miles per hour gauge, I would label miles per hour on each side, cut it in the center. And that way, if I have any questions when it comes back time to rewire it, that'll help quite a bit. In this case, I'm going to be running a new wiring harness to the back. I noticed that there's been some raccoon damage back here on these wires. There's a trolling motor wire. That trolling motor is attached. And this trolling motor wire here was also chewed. So I'm not sure. I see some fraying here, right there. So I wouldn't want to try to get all this back together and have something go wrong in that aspect. There's a lot of lights. They're an old style lights. And as you can see, the wire just goes through. Look, that just pulled right out. As the wires go through, the boat will be easy to get to once I cut the floor out. There's already a hole inside of here that I can actually see down in the boat, and there's water holding up in this front end. There's the cavity that's underneath here. That deep V down the center is holding water to some point. I just put my handrails off to the side, somewhere where it's safe, kind of out of the way. I also have like the supports for the bimini top. But the ideal here, the catfish dream here, is to be able to open up this floor and to have enough space to drop this down and make, hopefully a 125, 150 gallon tank down in there, and just make access to it through the floor. And then up in the front, I don't know how far back. It appears I'm gonna have to come back in here somewhere on each side in order to be able to put 2 battery boxes to run the new trolling motor setup, the plug that's gonna go in here. All this is gonna have to, needs to get replaced. The trolling motor mount right there under the Craftsman toolbox, that had to be probably switched around a little bit. So all that hooks up real well. I'm gonna run new headlights and things through the rail in a couple spots. So just makes it easier to get in and out of the boat and work on it, and take a lot less chance of denting up those side rails. One thing good that I did discover, I drained this screw here and this screw here. Sorry, this screw here and this screw here. If you take the 2 of those out, then you can drain the lower end. And from what I was told by some friends of mine and some things I've seen on YouTube, the oil, if it's milky, that would be a pretty, like a positive indication that there's a crack in the motor, or gas gets blown inside, water's getting in there, and like more of a major problem issue. Like a milky oil there would let you know you're in bad shape. So we got good news there, which makes me feel real positive about this motor. Got a little bit of access to this fuel tank now. I didn't cut this. This is cut underneath that blue cover that they had there, the one in the junk pile now. This fuel tank can't really see that, but it goes way back in there. It's much larger than I expected, and it's either absolutely full of gas or it's welded down somehow, because I can't even get it to wiggle, move, budge, do anything. So once I cut the floor out there, I'll have access to be able to really see what's in there. I was checking around on eBay, these little covers right here, these hatches, you can get those for about 30 bucks. So I'm gonna end up taking that off. You can see the like protective boot around that is gone. This, oh yeah. Can you see those wires down in there? They're hit. So the kind of, in a way, it's a little bit of a mixed blessing that I got to pull the floor out. It's just going to give me full access to the boat and give me a chance to really do it right. I know just from what I've seen underneath here in that hole, there is debris. You can see it there. That's like chunks of foam and water, and that's the same case up here in the front. So when I take that out, cut the floor out, I'm fully expecting to have to do some foam replacement, you know, set the boxes up a little bit different. I'll have access to all the wiring to do the headlights for our nighttime fishing. I'd like to get some headlights on the front and side lights. Also kind of got a good idea from watching Muddy River catfishing videos that they run some he runs some LEDs on the inside and to light it up at night, the walkway, and man, it just looks really good. I've seen it on some other boats. So I'm kind of excited to install that. But just wanted to give you a little update. It's coming along pretty well. Tomorrow or maybe the next day, I want to try to cut this off, remove this tank, and get the console pulled off and set on the floor. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited, guys. I'm really excited. We are, from what I understand, it's very important that you hit the subscribe and like button on our videos. My family and friends are telling me that. So if you enjoy our videos here and you know, definitely help support the cause and keep things going with the videos, subscribe and like us, share us with to your friends. Reeling with Rednecks, guys. Video number 2. Thanks.